Hello, welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video. And for this one it is Law of the West, which was released by Accolade in 1985, as you can see. And well, actually Accolade wrote the game. In the UK it was published by U.S.Gold, presumably around Europe as well. Now this was, let's get me faglet. This was one of 3 Accolade games that came along in fairly quick succession, and the 3 of them pretty much cemented Accolade's reputation. I've already done the other 2 because they were first Hardball and then Sci-Fi Trading Company, and I think this was the 3rd of the 3. This is a game I did have back in the day, and I had the cassette version, which, well, like so many Accolade games, it was quite a heavy multi-load, although the loading in between levels wasn't quite so bad, but it did have one serious problem at the end, which I'll get to when we complete this game. Now this game at the time was, well, if not unique, it was certainly the genre that not many people had seen before. But nowadays, what you see in the gameplay here is it's used in every single role-playing game, well, since the PC era really started. Even the majority of Amiga role-playing games used it. But I'm pretty sure this was the first one. So let's get the game underway, and I'll show you why I say this. So there we are. That is you in the corner. You are the sheriff of this town, and you're basically doing your rounds. So the first person comes out of the saloon. So he's speaking to us, you the sheriff of this stinking town, and we have 4 options for our, what to reply to him. So yeah, it's the dialogue that you see particularly in BioWare role-playing games. In fact, this layout is very reminiscent of certainly the earlier BioWare games. I mean, you look at say the first Dragon Age game, and like the 2 Neverwinter Nights games, the 2 Knights of the Old Republic games, the dialogue was laid out exactly like this. And I don't think it's coincidental. That's why I think this was the first game to actually use this control method. So, alright, you the sheriff of this stinking town. This bloke's a bit of a cunt, so I'll be a cunt back there. What's it to you, punk? You lard-belly lawmen are all cowards. Okay, let's try, yeah, hey, I seen your face on a wanted poster. I didn't commit that crime, I'm leaving. Okay, that's right. Drop your gun or I'll drill you. Don't shoot, I'm dropping my gun. So he surrendered. There you go. So I've got one criminal in, well, I suppose it's jail, since this is the Wild West. On to the next. I'm not going to read that out because that's going to make me sound well dodgy. So, right. How's the saloon business doing lately? This is fine except for the Daltons. Right. Are they planning something? And then yeah, it's okay, Rose, I'll protect you. So they're going to rob the stagecoach, and now you'll see that this image of me on the left hand side is not just a still image. So there we go, dealt with them. So this is the game. So let's get on with the review. Graphically, I think it is superb. All of the graphics have a high resolution overlay. So I mean, okay, when you're moving the arm, it does look a bit, especially when it's moving up or down. But I think the animation when he puts the holster away, when he takes it out, puts the gun in the holster, I mean, it does look good. So say, aren't you the Mexicali kid? So he comes across initially as an outlaw, but in fact he doesn't have a price on his head in this town, and he's handy to have on your side. So what are you doing up in these parts? Came north for my health. Alright. Can I count on you if I need any help? And he should agree to that. Yeah, there you go. And then he just walks off. Now, if I could remember all of the right responses, just about every single time you talk to somebody, it ends with you finding out about either the stagecoach being robbed, or the train, or the bank, and you being able to stop it. But it has been a long time since I last played it, and I can't remember too many of the responses to give. So this is the doc. He's also a drunk, so if he's either drunk or you piss him off, he won't help you if you get shot. If you get shot once, the doc can come along and help you out if he's on your side. Otherwise he'll just ignore you and leaves you to die. If you get shot a second time, the second time will be fatal. So kill any more people lately, Sheriff. So it's yeah, it's part of my job. Yeah, I do quite enjoy it, but I have to keep him on my side. So yeah, it's no, I hate to kill for no reason. Yes, I know, but I hate to see the waste. You and me both, and that should mean, yeah, we'll both try to save lives. Bye. And so now he's on my side, so if I do get shot, he should sort me out. So anyway, I've done graphics. As I say, I think the graphics are superb. In terms of audio, other than the occasional short piece of music each time, each the start of each level, or each stage, whatever you want to call it, there isn't really a great deal. There's gunshot sounds, which are very, very basic. So the audio is no great shakes. So right, Sheriff, how do you like my new shotgun? Yeah, well, I don't share the Americans' love of guns, so I'll just, yeah, it's right pretty, so I'll put it away. Oh, come on, Sheriff, I just bought it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, right, put it away or I'll take it away. Oh, okay, I'll do what you want. Just thanks. and now he just buggers off. So the problem with the cassette version is a lot of the time it took longer to load than to actually do each of the levels. This little shit, I can remember how to sort him out. This would then take me to another robbery. So anyway, I've got a secret I won't tell. Right, so yeah, I don't think, hey Willie, would you like some candy? I don't think these days that would even be a fucking option to say to them. Right, what's your secret? My mother made me promise not to tell. You can tell it's my job to know secrets, yeah. Only if you give me a buck. Yeah, but if you do give it to him, he then just pisses off and takes your fucking, takes your money. Fucking little shit. So you tell him, I will, but only after you tell me. There you go. Okay, they're going to rob the bank. So he now buggers off, and we go to the bank, and there we are. I was lucky, he fired a shot, but it missed. So, back to the train. And that sounds like J.S. Barker there playing in the background. Is that Ave Maria? I can never remember actually if that's the J.S. Bach version or the it's Schubert who did the other one. Schubert or Schumann, one of the two. Anyway, I can never remember what's the right thing to say to this one. Okay, did you let school out already? Yes, I heard a rumour and had to see you. Okay, oh, what's that? Well, it involves a possible crime. Okay. Tell me more. I hear that they're going to rob the train. Right, well, we're already at the train, so this will help with loading. Got him. Just. Again, he fired a shot and missed. I've been fucking lucky with the missed shots. If I remember rightly, this is the card player. Yeah. Alright. Now I know this can end in a gunfight, so let's be a cunt to him. You've been cheating them again, gambler. So yes. I'll run you in just on principle. I'd like to see you try. Drop the gun, I'm taking you in. Alright, so he's going to draw. If you fire too early, it'll come up, you know, aren't you a little trigger happy, and you actually lose points from your rating at the end. So, yeah, you have to wait for them to draw before you fire. So this is the deputy. I can't remember that. I've been watching the bank. Okay, so let's try. I told you to come to the train depot. I thought the bank's more important. Okay, right, it is. Do you want to go then? So it sounds like there's a bank robbery. Yeah. Right. Another one sorted out. I should get a pretty good rating for this one actually. I'm doing quite well. I think this is the Cattle Rustler. If it ain't the Tin Horn Sheriff, yeah, this is. I can't remember what to say to this one either. I don't take orders from any man. Okay, I'm the law in these parts, woman. You're just a man, just one man with a gun. You thinking of taking it away from me? Okay, let's try that. Yes, just like this. So she's going to draw again. I'm starting to think maybe this version I'm playing has some sort of trainer, because that's about the third or even fourth time I've been fired at and they've all missed. Or at least they've all done nothing. Right, you're the sheriff here, aren't you? Yep. Okay, I ain't afraid of you. You should be. Okay, no, you should be. Right, draw. Yeah, again, so he fired straight away. There must be something with this version. So here we go. So, this is my final rating then. So my score is 5,909, which is actually pretty good for me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 12 stars. I forget what all of those options are. I think the first one is for like justice or keeping order or something. The next one is obviously number of outlaws that I put in jail. Next one is the romance options, or your romance rating. Next one down must be number of people I've killed. I can't remember what the fifth one is because it's completely blank. And then the bottom one is number of robberies that I have prevented or foiled or stopped or whatever you want to fucking say. But that is Law of the West. That's the whole game. Now the big drawback that with the cassette version that I mentioned, as well as it taking a lot longer to load each level, here you see press button to restart and it will allow you to start the game again. You couldn't do that on the cassette version. Once you played one game, you had to basically switch the computer off and back on again, just restart it. Because if you wanted to play the game again, you had to load it completely from scratch again. Not ideal. So the cassette version suffered quite badly for that. So okay, the game is very simple to play. A lot of the time you could just do the dialogue, and if you didn't choose the right options, the other person would end up just walking away and nothing else would happen. In fact, you saw a few times that happened with me here. But this, I'm pretty sure, is the game that started off the dialogue options within role-playing games that you now see all the time today. So I think this is where it all started. So although just having the dialogue options there and the occasional shooting of outlaws or drawing against outlaws doesn't add up to the most in-depth gaming experience, you can certainly see where it was built on. So it does have a place in gaming history, I think. By Accolade standards, it is very simple, but it does have a lot of Accolade trademarks. The use of high-res overlays on the graphics, which I think make them look fantastic. The animation on the characters as they speak to you, again, that's very much a trademark Accolade feature. So graphically it looks amazing. The audio, as I say, apart from the gunshots, which you didn't hear very often, but you know, they're there, extremely basic. But other than that, it's just, you know, a few sort of jingle tunes. And the gameplay, I say, is very, very simple, perhaps overly so. It means that the game doesn't have a great deal of replayability. Once you played it, say, you know, 3-4 times, you're likely to get bored with it. And in any case, it does have a finite number of you know, replays in it, because there's only so many different dialogue choices that are available to you. So, but I think, you know, it's certainly a novel game, and yeah, if you feel like you know, trying out the game that started off all the what is now the de facto dialogue method within role-playing games of today, then here it is. So I'll give the game 7 out of 10. It's you know, it's not bad. It's not the best Accolade have done. Both Hardball and Sci-Fi Trading Company are better games, but it doesn't mean this is not good. It's just not as good as those. So that is Law of the West for Commodore 64. 7 out of 10. It's all right. It's a good novelty. It may just be a novelty game, but it's a good one. So that brings this review to an end, and we'll see you at the next one.